bloodpressure-free.com, elleingles.com, and today my topic is being a little more patient with each other. Since late February, all of us have had a lot of things going down, though not everybody. So some people are have had very little change in their life. Maybe instead of working at their office, they're working at home, but they're still getting a paycheck. Maybe you're still getting a paycheck. Maybe you're working harder than ever because your job requires that you do so. Maybe you've lost your position. Um, Maybe some of the traumas and stresses that you felt in your past are kind of rearing their ugly heads right now. So when we are in a really vulnerable time, it can be easy for us to trigger fight or flight even more. And so some of the clients that I've been working with recently have been feeling a lot of chest tightening, um, heart palpitations, having trouble sleeping at night. If this is you, I want to give you some tips today to help with that. But the first thing I want you to consider is the idea of being just a little more gracious with others and a little more accepting of their particular viewpoints because they may be going through something so different than you are. If you're still getting a paycheck, that's very cool. I know of people who have been furloughed. I know of industries where just it was like an instant, you don't have a job anymore. And a lot of my friends are, especially entrepreneurs, like some of us, it's just like, boom, no money. Like the money is gone or it's not coming in right now. So you better have had savings. I think a lot of us are wishing we had a little bit more saved away during this time. But again, we're in different situations. So just having a little more grace and acceptance, I think is really important. And I want to recognize we've got some good friends on here. So I see you, Dale, Janine, Amy. Thank you so much for being here today. And thanks for that love, Janine. So a couple of tips to help if you are going through a lot right now and maybe you have added responsibilities. Your kids are home with you. I'm working with a mom right now. And it's just like so many kids in the house and having to navigate all of that. So first, let's start with this area here because that's what I've been having a lot of people ask me about recently is the chest tightening and the heart palpitations, so the chest area. So when we trigger fight or flight, one of the things that does happen is that this area can swell up. And of course, your heart is beating fast to release adrenaline. And now you're in that adrenaline phase. You may feel like your heart rate is beating uncontrollably. So the first step for helping that relax is to relax your abs and start to just take slow, easy breaths. I'm not going to be very prescriptive about the breaths, but here's something that could be really helpful. See, I love this. I learned this from a friend of mine, Leila Veronica. See if you can breathe in as if you're experiencing the breath going over your nose hairs. Like you can actually feel that happening. That's going to instantly help you slow down that breath. So people will tell you, take a slow breath or take a long breath, and you'll be like, I can't. But see if you can just tune in to the breath actually passing over those little hairs in your nose that we never talk about, right? So that could be really helpful in just getting that breath to slow down a little bit and then expelling the breath slowly. So I when I'm working with my clients, I really tune into them to what kind of breath could be helpful to them. We're all different. And I always have you relax your abs first so that that lung tissue can really get down deep in. So that can help you bring more oxygen in and get more toxins out at the same, when you're breathing out. So nice long slow breath, feel it going over your nose hair. It's gonna help relax that heart rate. So breath is the number one thing that can get that heart rate down for you. In fact, you can play. I like to play with my heart rate, so I will feel it starting to rise up, and then I'll take a long, slow breath, and I'll take my pulse at the same time, and I'll feel it going down. You may be like kind of disconnect. Your body's here, your brain's up here. And so part of what I teach is helping you get this aligned and together. And being aware of your heart rate is a cool way to just start to tune in. So even if you're feeling your heart rate kind of just your heart really beating, put a little smile on your face and be like, oh, I feel you. I see you. I feel you. You want a little attention. You want a little love. You want me to help you calm down. So it's like a part of your body, you're helping it calm down. Um, as a violin teacher, I'm always talking about the fingers, these digits, and they each have very different personalities. Well, your body parts too, you can kind of tune in and just give them a little bit more attention. So another thing you can do is see if you can get your shoulders to go really wide and open up so that this space around your heart is actually enlarged. You're giving yourself space. We will tighten and close up to fight and protect ourselves when we go into fight or flight, when we are afraid, when we are scared. So if you broaden this area of your body, and here's a really fun, quick way to do it too. So if you follow me, I teach this silly Ferris wheel thing, right? Well, if you push up on your Ferris wheel, get it spinning in front of you, it's a big body motion. Just put your hands in the air. When you come down so that you bring your hands out to the side and your thumbs are up so that by the time they come down to the sides of your body, they're facing out toward the wall. That's going to help open this whole area up. Plus, when you do this motion, you can do it slowly and then open like this. Just try it once with me. So push up and then come out to the side, slowly down. And if your heart was racing when you started this, you will have already helped your heart rate go down a little bit. And I just want you to sit with this for a moment. Like, how do you feel? Do you feel a little more open? Do you feel like you can kind of get up and over your problem or whatever's going on? And most of us, like, go into the gratefulness. That's my third tip for you today. Go into the gratefulness, like really go into it. Do you have a roof over your head? Is it not leaking? Do you have beans and rice? Do you have at least a little bit of food to eat? Or do you have access to get some food? And here's a question. If you do need resources, ask an open-ended question. How can I gain some resources? How can I bring more income in? How can I get some food for my family? They're wonderful. I can connect you. If you need help, please, there are connectors right on here. I see their names popping up here. There are people who can get you the help you need. Communities can help you. So when you can start to just be kind of open about that, that can be helpful. So reach out to people to help you if you need that. So those are just 3 simple things I wanted to share today. The first is to get the heart rate down by that long, slow breath. Feel it going over your nose hairs. Keep your abs relaxed. You can really get a long breath going in. And, when I'm frantic, I can't count the seconds. I just kind of tune in, just kind of tune into my heart space. Second is to go wide. And third is to tune into gratefulness. Like, what can you be grateful for in this moment? A roof over your head, enough food to eat. That can really help. And that gratefulness piece is going to help you move into being more patient with each other if you're all on top of each other right now. I lost my patience the other day because I've been giving up my office for everybody else to be in there, and I really wanted to be in there. So I'm in my bedroom right now. I've been moving around. You'll see my videos from different parts of the house or outside because it's like I'm trying to find my space for the day or for these few hours because my son is home from college doing his 6 hours of college courses, in my office. My husband he's working on the living room couch right now with his team because they cannot physically be together. So I know it's a challenging time and I recognize that. And yet it can be a time when you can really start to tune in. That's why I gave you this motion here to tune in, open wide, tune into your heart, tune into your gratitude, tune into how much you really love these people that you're with. And I was working with a client. My clients, by the way, can call or text me at any time. Oh, Bincy San, thank you. Can call or text me anytime. So I had one call or text me earlier today. The day was not starting out well. She got a lot of kids home. Day was not starting out well. So I just texted back some tips for her, like right on the fly. Try this, try this, try this. And the last tip that just popped in my head to share with her was that we don't need to be in such a hurry. We're always in a hurry. At least I used to be as a mom, like super busy, busy, busy. I don't even use that word to describe myself anymore, even though I do far more and I used to be traveling so much more and everything. Pressure free is the word I use to describe myself, so I'm not busy anymore. So right now is a great time to say, why am I such a hurry about this thing? When does it really need to be done? When does it really, or can you switch around the times in your day? We're being super flexible in this house. Like if someone needs that main room, I'll do my work in there in the evening. I never used to work in the evening because I thought of myself as a morning person. I live with a bunch of nighttime people, so I've been staying up pretty late for 3 months now, staying up pretty late. Um, I've moved into that. Now I'll actually do some work from like 7:30 to 9:30 before we sit down and play cards and finish out our evening together. So see if you can be a little more flexible about when you're doing what you're doing. So Janine says, Vinci says, love the self. Thank you, Janine. Thank you, Al. Thanks for sharing these methods. Cool, 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 guys. I love you so much. I'm so here for you and any of your friends. If you know someone, because if anybody that you knew was feeling a little anxious before this all hit, anxiety could just be going through the roof right now. So I'm so here for you. It's really incredible. I'm working with some amazing clients right now that are having incredible breakthroughs during this time. So this might be the perfect time for someone to really break through their anxiety, break through their depression, break through what's been holding them back in the past, to come out of this really renewed, refreshed, and living pressure free each and every day. So wish you a great pressure free day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.